Hello world, PDR coming at you here with a, I don't know what year, I think it's a 17 or an 18 Dodge Ram 3500 Laramie Edition, super nice package with what we see here. It hit something, I think it was a garbage can, one of those big green garbage cans that have wheels on them but very, very hard to move, that don't even roll, so I don't even think it had some give. We do have some paint damage, obviously. I got the glue system getting heated up. I got the light on it. I got my Get a Grip product giving me a teeny bit of shade, and I've just buffed out a little bit of this area because it had a big scuff in it. So, what are we gonna do, guys? At this point in the videos, when I say, I sure appreciate everybody that clicks on this video. I really do. That's not a joke. We've been doing some different things with our algorithms and stuff, so we might have more ads in this video. If it is, hopefully it does what we want it to do and it doesn't do the opposite, which is make everybody hate us. But I don't do the YouTube thing for money. I do it to kind of show what we do here. And so on this big dent, what I'm thinking is, obviously I want to release some pressure, and I have full access to reach up behind this thing and just touch all over it. So I could literally just climb behind this truck and start pushing with my hand. But before I do that, I'm gonna try to roll some of this area out. And by grabbing my Strong Arm XL from getagripnow.com, not an endorsement, but not a paid endorsement. Sure do like this company here, and the guy Matt Armijo who runs it. Awesome. So I think what I want to do is grab the jackhammer, and obviously I want to pull, but before I pull, let's check some tension. Different sound here. Let's start to pull. Okay. Move this, come on over here. See if I can get that to adhere. I could always like throw some spit on it, you know, to make it adhere some more. And while I'm rolling, I'm gonna give it just the slightest. See, now I gotta stand where you guys are standing. Turn the hat around, and I'm looking at this highbrow. So I'm gonna kind of tug towards myself and try to get that out. And maybe just, there we go, a little bit more. It wants to come, but now I know where my tension is, guys. Don't fight the dent. Now, here's another thing that I've been, I better just give the shout out right now if anybody's watching. I watch a lot of YouTubers, not only conspiracy theory videos, but even dent guys. And big shout out to Jim at Real World PDR. Inspiring guy, inspiring me, a 22-year-old tech, or 22-year tech, 47-year-old tech, but inspiring me to take on dents like this, which I would have honestly all the time just said, oh no, that's too big for us, can't take it on. And I know that I can make this dent look good. If I take the time, if I don't fight the dent, if I do the right moves, and I'm definitely not afraid to try. That's another big point. He had a kind of ranty video yesterday that I watched and I liked, and it was a good video. So I got to the point that I was kind of fighting it there a little bit. I am going to do the spitty thing, and we're going to go like this. I mean, we're doing a lot of this dent with a suction cup, but now that I can sense tension's there, a lot of it right here, a lot of this tension is right here. So as I'm kind of giving it tension, I can hear it kind of want to move. I just went for it. Sometimes you just got to send it, right? Let's see if this will adhere. Last little try on the suction cup, and then we go to the glue. And this would be a perfect time for the cold glue. Just stick it on there and give it a couple of good snaps. But I think what I want to do is grab my hammer and go for a little adventure. And I have found myself in the midst of a dodge. Here we are. Obviously I want to get that out. And since I have a little bit of room in here, actually quite a lot of room, I'm going to just kind of, that cord is in my way. I don't know how much that's moving and what it looks like when it's moving. Result if we have to.
Let's start again.
Is it back on?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically what I'm going to try to do here is get a little bit of this tension out and run this edge out. Working it from the inside is kind of tough. So I think we'll do some more work here and we will come back and show you the middle to end result, or maybe the final result, in just a bit. Okay guys, we're back and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I did a lot of glue pulling, and this is the Stanliner Pirate hook. I think it's 44 inches long. It might be 41 inches long, I don't know. But it is the Stanliner Pirate hook. This is the first time I'm using this new tool. And the tool doesn't, I mean, the tool does a lot for what you're doing, and you have to know how to use your tools. But these Stanliner tools, and there's another brand that's very similar to them, but there's only one Stanliner, and these tools, this is my first and only Stanliner tool so far, and I'm in my first couple minutes of using it, I'm really liking it. I'm liking the way that I can make my push soft or sharp just by twisting the handle a teeny bit, and that when I basically find my tool, I'm not scraping at all. I'm just rolling around on the back side. This tip is so nice. And now if you see where I'm at, I'm down here in the corner. I'm doing some dicey work down here, and I got the tool on my foot and I'm just kind of pulling it towards myself. This would be a good dent for the dent dial, I would assume, if I had the right leverage. And I was actually just behind this dent with a hammer, and I could hammer on it, but I couldn't see the outside while hammering on the inside. So that's something that I don't like to do. I wouldn't say you shouldn't do, but you can be on the inside and not see the outside, and then you don't know if you're actually making little cracks in the paint with the hammer, or little push marks that can't be really cleaned up. All these push marks that I'm making right now, really strong one right here, kind of just rubbing. I'm almost ironing out this little area because it really just needs to be pushed hard. I think I might even grab another tab with my glue gun still warm and come right up on this edge, guys. Let's see if I can get right up to this edge. Flip this around so all the glue's down here in the corner. And obviously the center of this post is going to be where you're going to get your most pull. This just almost doesn't even matter what the size of the tab is. The center of that post is where you're going to get that pull. And then obviously the amount of glue that's filling out that tab. But that one gave a nice snap, and you can see the stuff on the edges didn't grab as much as right in the center of that. So we're doing what we can for this big dent. The expectation level on this was I'm going to get it to looking like this, which I've already done, and this has been about, I'd say, an hour work. We're probably going to spend another half an hour tapping down some brows, working this little area right here that I still see, a little low down here I still see, and then cleaning up this edge. So I think what we'll do is we'll say thank you again for everybody that's clicked on this. Wifey's finger is almost in the frame, and we'll come back to you and show you the end result here. Okay guys, here's what we ended up with, and I got some splaining to do, because I know that anybody that has you know, the skills that I have that's going to attempt a dent like this might not get the same results. They might think they can get better results. But the explanation that I want to say is there's a couple of different types of customer. There's a couple of different types of ways I do dents. And if I was to take this one to what I call 95% and get it as good as I possibly could, I would probably spend 6 hours on this dent. Now I spent less than 3, spent about 2.5 hours on this dent. And I gave the customer a great deal. So I know that we can say, hey, there's a little wave right here. There's a little brow right here. And there's, I mean, this lines up pretty good. There's a little brow right here. There's a little brow work here. There's not too many push marks. Nothing cracked in the paint other than the one damage that was already previously there. We got it cleaned up, and this is basically what I call a Band-Aid situation, where for a very good price, I get it to what I call 80%, which is the difference between a dent and no dent. You're not going to drive up to this thing, especially when it's touched up, and say, wow, that has a crushed in fender. But also, like I say, we did give the customer a great deal. Super nice guy, super nice truck. I did what I could for the amount that I could justify spending the time. Like I say, if I was to spend 10 hours on this thing and charge probably 3 times the price, I could get this wave out, and I could get this little wave out, but it's just about 3 or 4 hours worth of tapping and brow work. And oh, I will say this, I used that Stanliner pirate hook for a lot of this area. It's an awesome tool. It is an awesome tool. I can't wait to use it more. So other than that, guys, hey, I mean, I'm just going to basically leave you with the, this is the 80% to 85% result for a Band-Aid situation. If anybody's looking at this in the future to say, you know, what is 85%? Because maybe they're looking at their car that has a similar type of damage. Yeah, this is what I give for a very reasonable price. And, you know, couple hours, 3 hours, I'd say we spent on this one. We did it right here in this nice person's driveway, and hopefully they will come back from work and love it. You know, I don't have the editing skills to throw it in whether or not they did love it or not, but I don't like to ever have an unhappy customer, so I always make sure that my customers are super happy. I think that he's going to be really happy with this. If you guys would, hit us up with a thumbs up, and you know, hit that notifications bell and that subscribe button too, because that way you get notified every time we make new content. And I always like to just show the reels, and this is what we ended up with after, I'd say, 3 hours worth of work on a truck versus garbage can, industrial garbage can, large one. So other than that, guys, hey, I'll just say the new thing. Let's have peace on earth. God bless you all. And this has been PDR, and I'm out. Peace.